This is Lahore, the city of gardens, the heart of Pakistan. A city that witnessed the rise and fall of several empires and dynasties spanning over a period of 2000 years. Now echoes in the realms of history. Situated in northeastern end of the Punjab province, Lahore was named after a character of Hindu mythology, Lava, the son of Hindu god Rama. Rama was believed to be the founder of the city. The city has seen eras of turbulence, but then the Mughals, who were the real lovers of Lahore, contributed a lot to maintain peace and beauty here. Shah Jahan, the great Mughal emperor, had once said, "O my Lahore, be always full of bliss. May plague and death be away from you." Empress Noor Jahan, the most influential woman at the king's court, had said, "I've purchased Lahore with my life by giving my life to Lahore. I have actually purchased another paradise. In this paradise, I am Lahore Fort, an unprecedented marvel of architecture and construction located in the northwestern corner of the walled city. I had been built, damaged, demolished, rebuilt and restored several times. Historians agree that almost all the forts on the present location were constructed with the view to stop the way of the invaders who could enter the city from the north. History tells us that a fort had existed at the same location when Muhammad bin Sam attacked Lahore in the 12th century. Sam was the master of Qutbuddin Aibak, the founder of Mamluk dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate. In the 13th century, Mongol invaders demolished a fort built here, whereas Sultan Balban of Turkic Mamluk dynasty of Delhi Sultanate had got constructed a new fort at the same site. In the 14th century, when King Taimur attacked India, also razed to the ground a fort which existed here. Thus the forts constructed before and during the Muslim era were built at the same location where you find me today. According to Akbarnama, before my construction in 1566, Akbar had ordered to demolish an old fort at the same site. It was probably the same fort which was constructed in the 15th century. Today I am considered a great work of art, the splendor of the Mughals. Akbar's constructions are rarely seen now. However, the unique Akbari gate is still present, which was probably completed in 1566. During the same years, Akbar also constructed in me Diwan-e-Khas and Jharoka-e-Darshan. Both the sites were constructed to listen to the public grievances, which mirrors the relationship between the king and his people. It was Akbar who ordered the construction of palaces and big meeting places in my courtyard. All these buildings were decorated, keeping in view the royal culture and standards of nobility. Now, I was not only a defense fort, but also a grand palace where one could feel the personification of love and authority. The construction of Jahangir's palace, namely Daulat Khana-e-Jahangiri, though started during Akbar's rule, was completed when Jahangir was sworn in. The front side of the palace is constructed with red stones where one can see the influence of Hindu motifs. Jahangir used this building as a bedroom. It was later turned into a museum during the British period. One of the buildings constructed by Jahangir was a library, namely Maktab Khana. It was built during 1517 and 18 under the supervision of royal builder Mamur Khan. It was used to perform official chores during different times. Jahangir's palace was built in 1617 by King Jahangir himself. Adjacent to Maktab Khana is a mosque, namely Moti Masjid, which was built by King Shah Jahan in 1645. Its roof is cemented and white marble and its majestic pillars seem like magical beings. Diwan-e-Am was completed in 3 years. Shah Jahan had ordered its construction after his coronation in 1628. The 40-pillar building is situated right in the middle of mine. However, its biggest part was damaged during an attack by the Sikhs at the end of the Mughal era. Shah Burj or Sheesh Mahal was constructed in 1631 and 32 on the orders of Shah Jahan. Whenever he came to Lahore, his beloved Queen Mumtaz Mahal used to stay in Sheesh Mahal. Situated in my southeast, this magical-looking palace carries an unprecedented grandeur and beauty. There is a spacious hall in the front with several rooms behind and on the sides. The rear chamber houses a marble screen beautifully carved out in tendril, floral and geometric patterns. The chief features of Sheesh Mahal are gilt work, pietra dura work, marble perforated screens, and mosaic work with stucco tracery. Built in 1631, there is a building named Bangla inside Sheesh Mahal. Precious stones were used in bulk and with expertise there. It is also called Naulakha. The very attraction of it is in the carving of Persian floral designs and geometric forms made up of several different stones. Its ceiling is decorated with pieces of mirror. It is said that the princess used to have a sight of the city from here. In my west, there is a gate which is known as Alamgir Gate. It was built by Aurangzeb in 1673 and 74. It was probably the period when Shahi Masjid was being built. In the construction of this gate, one can feel the influence of Alamgir's soldierly thinking. When you enter my premises, a wall would appear before you, 500 yards long and 48 feet high. The gorgeous and vivid mosaic decoration in pleasing colors on plaster base is the main feature of the wall. Its construction started in Jahangir's era and was accomplished by Shah Jahan. It mainly reflects the sports and pastimes of Mughal emperors. Nevertheless, it exposes a variety of geometrical and floral patterns. The human figures on it present a clear vision of the various mosaic styles that are adorned in hunting, fighting, dancing and mythological scenes. This art is known as Kashikari in Persian. There are lush green gardens inside my high and strong walls, Diwan Khane, spacious courtyards and palaces that give the traces of a past culture and lifestyle. Long queues of trees and their thick shadows add to my celestial beauty. Transparent and clean pools, minarets, retiring rooms, elephant stairs constructed with beautiful stones, from where pass through the elephants carrying royalty and queens, reminding my visitors of the romantic tales of the past, which are now deep in history. Soon after the fall of the Mughal Empire, Ranjit Singh conquered the Punjab in the 19th century. He also made me his abode in Lahore. His favorite place was Sheesh Mahal. While constructing new buildings on my premises, he had taken care of the Mughal taste in my new architecture. He, however, converted Moti Masjid into a temple and named it Moti Mandir. The sanctity of Quranic verses written inside the mosque was kept from harm. In 1846, Britain captured me and I remained in the occupation of British Army till 1927. Later, I was handed over to the Department of Archaeology. The department cleaned me of my armed identity to regain my past glory, and most of the buildings constructed by the British Army by modifying old royal buildings were demolished. During a long period of construction and deconstruction, I did never lose hope and found no decline in my love for Lahore. People from all walks of life, from kings to soldiers, made me their abode and enjoyed my living diversity. On 14th August 1947, I opened my eyes in a country, Pakistan. A number of events of the Pakistan movement still wander in my eyes. Later on, I became the host on the occasion of the Grand Islamic Summit held in 1974. So my immortality and sanctity is unchallengeable. To protect the red bricks of my boundary wall, the 25-acre green lawn of Iqbal Park has also been linked to my walkways.
The most unique part of Lahore is its cultural heritage. And there also the specific spot where the Lahore Fort is located. If you look at it and you draw a compass, just half a kilometer around it, it is so densely converged with the historic monuments, which are world-class monuments.
Every day, I welcome my visitors and allure them with my grandeur and charismatic vistas. It shows my determination, courage, and liveliness. Today again, I am being able to reflect a culture and heritage. One can see the glimpses of Mughal taste in my latest version. My existence is a blend of history and culture which will remain forever.